Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm your emotional resilience coach. Thank you for joining me here today. Today we are going to be chatting about the dismissive attachment, also known as the avoidant attachment. Relationships with these people can feel incredibly confusing. These people show up the way that they do, obviously, again, as in all scenarios, because of their foundation, because of their childhood. They would have had parents who did not meet their emotional and perhaps not even their physical needs. Maybe if they were sick and they needed attention, they would get told to toughen up, nobody cares, big girls don't cry, big boys don't cry, we need to be tough cookies, we need to be soldiers, we're going to forge through. They don't know how to meet those needs. And so from young, these people learned to cut themselves off from their emotions because their emotions were met with contempt. Their emotions were met with perhaps shame, or it was dismissed, or stop making a big thing out of nothing, and don't be so sensitive. And so because their emotions weren't acknowledged and they were minimized and they felt that they were too much, they learned to not be in their emotions. So what happens is that they don't want to be away from their parent, so they cut off their emotions, and the reward is they at least get to be physically still with their parent. They're not sent away to their room, they're not given the cold shoulder, they're not punished, they're not ignored, they don't feel that they are the extreme side of abandonment completely. They kind of have bargained in a way to get something out of this parent. So a need has been met. So they will grow up and they will continue to cut off from their emotions. They will be incredibly self-reliant people. Physically and emotionally, they will look after themselves. They will convince you and everybody else that they don't need people, that they are okay, that they've got this, they've got their own backs, and they can sort everything out. They are all right. They come across as being very self-confident, very self-assured. In fact, in some cases, they think very highly of themselves, and they are very cynical and very critical of those around them, especially if you are an emotional person. They see that as a form of weakness, because this is what they were taught. They will pull away as soon as someone gets too close. They're happy to have you around physically. They enjoy that relationship. They enjoy hanging out with you, doing things with you, watching movies, going places, seeing things, having parties. But as soon as you want to get real, they're not able to do that. They don't know how to do that connection with you. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them uneasy, because they're not even sure of their own emotions. They don't know what they're feeling, and you're asking them to connect with them on an emotional level, which is completely normal, but they don't know how to do it because they have disconnected from their own emotions. So they will come across as pretty dismissive, pretty aloof. They will see your bids and they won't meet your bids. All right. Eventually what will happen if they feel that a person is trying to get too close and that what they have to offer is not enough, then their self-doubt will come up, criticism will come up, and the narcissistic wounds would have been hit. And what they do then is they look for reasons why they need to leave you. They will look for reasons why they need to end the relationship. And they don't have to be real. They'll make it up if they have to. They need to justify to themselves why they are not prepared to have this relationship with you anymore. So it could be things physically or things emotionally or mentally. They will look for it. They will find a story why they feel that you are not good enough, or it's not a good enough fit, or they must have been wrong about you. And this is where it becomes really, really dangerous, especially if you were forward, especially if you're codependent. They will have you spinning and spiraling because you're coming from a place of your own insecurity, which is why it is so very important for you to heal that and to know that this is not about you. This is a reflection of them. And they will come across as being almost without feeling. You will look at this person and you will think, I don't know who this person is or where this came from. We were having such a good time. We were enjoying ourselves. And they were enjoying having you with them in their space. But as soon as you make a bid for more, an emotional connection, they don't know how to do it because they were never taught. This was rejected in them as children. This was shamed. This is not about you. This is them struggling through what they went through. They will drift off. They will distance themselves. They will kind of come across as being mean-spirited and unkind if they feel guilt, if they feel shame, if they feel that they are in any way inadequate. They will try and make it be your fault, your problem, that they are not able to connect with you. They will very happily sever a relationship and walk away and say it is them, not me. They're not able to look in themselves and see the void that they have in themselves, to see the need and to see the absolute disconnect that they have with their own emotions. And so it will become your fault. This is very typical of most narcissists. You, as a codependent, are on the other side where you're needing that intimate connection, you're needing to feel accepted, loved, and you're going to be chasing this person, and this person cannot do it for you. You need to cut ties, you need to step away, you need to fill that void within yourself. Showing any emotion for them is a no-no. If you are in a situation like that, if you are in a relationship with like that, know that it is not about you. Or if you are listening to this and you think, this sounds like something that perhaps I've gone through, or this sounds like something that I'm familiar with, or this sounds like something that I am resonating with, then what you need to do is learn to sit with your emotions. I have done videos on that. We need to learn, when we are so disconnected from ourselves and so used to seeing feelings and emotions as being a weakness, as being a source of shame, as being a reason why I'm going to be rejected, it is a journey to connect with ourselves again and learn to be with our emotions, the good and the bad. Because chances are, in some cases, the good was also rejected. Don't show too much emotion. No, don't be like that. Don't show joy. Don't show excitement. We don't behave like that. It's not proper. Don't show tears. Don't show anything. Just be neutral. So for some people, in extreme cases, even the good emotions were seen as a source of disappointment. They were rejected. So you learned to shut all of it down. I hope this helps. If this resonates, if you have any questions, please do let me know in the comments below. My name is Michelle and I am your emotional resilience coach. Please hit like, subscribe, the notifications button, and of course, as always, please go forth and have a most empowering day.